NCTV45, The Train, anytime on your time.
Come dine with us, come dine today. If you could use some real good food, there's a place not far away. If you could use a drink or two, or a place to go and play, come to Gallo's Italian Villa today.
Good morning and welcome to Monday. Yes, it's May 2nd and this is a NewsWatch news brief. And, you know, we always seem to hit at one time where we're jam-packed with news. And today is that kind of a day. And so you're going to have to watch the news briefs throughout the week and throughout the day just to get everything across. In our first segment, we are going to address in our kind of points to be remembered. You know, everybody has certain talking things that they have to say, and it's become much of a controversy with the gas station. Now, NCTV45 could easily shriek from making any statements on the gas station, but journalistically, that would not be proper. We came out early on when they talked about the gas station, and we explained to certain individuals across the board on both sides that we felt there was a reason for the gas station there. We understood what the reason was from Speedway. We understood what the city's position was, and we've understood what those people who are interested in preserving the character of the town in history, we understand their position. It's important, though, as we go through this decision process, to remember a couple points. Not far away in Poland, Ohio, they've adopted a colonial setting for their town. I believe it was Range 1, Town 1 on the Western Reserve. Well, here in Newcastle, it's been told us, and we know through pictures, we had great Victorian houses located here in the city. A lot of those were torn down because of redevelopment, which incidentally we could say was, hindsight, a miserable failure. We have not redeveloped anything. We have open parks that look pretty. We have plenty of parking across the board, but we have no retail. And we have no offices, and our industrial base is marginal thanks to a couple people that the new plant that's being put up, Elwood Group, and we don't wish to slight them in any way. However, things being what they are, you know, you can't hide an elephant in the room. And the elephant in the room is that we need to progress. Now, that being said, I talked about the potential idea of moving the house. Where the little red house sits, across the street and the next lot up from that parking lot, I believe there is another parking lot. The little red house could easily fit on that piece of property. Now, although it's costly to move houses and you have wires and everything else involved, for this particular move, there's only one metal light post sitting there and not a whole bunch of wires that you would have to take down. So it is a relatively short move. And we also know that the house has some historical significance, has a nice look. Now, people on Facebook have gone out and they're soliciting others to join in their legal fight about the house. On NCTV45, we will talk more about what both sides are saying. We will not opinionate. We've already stated our case that there needs to be a gas station in downtown, and a multi-service gas station is a benefit to the city and the surrounding area and people that have to go into the downtown. The house is historical, the red house, and it being moved wouldn't be a bad idea. The funeral home already has brick shell around it, and there has already been changes to the facade. So we view that as a little less important than maybe the red house. The red house won't give you any jobs just standing there, but it could be used in some way. The gas station could be used by many people on their way north, south, east, and west, and would provide a benefit for downtown. I'm sure that in the upcoming days when we talk, our position is that if the mayor, city council, and others have a redevelopment plan for downtown, they should state it. If they don't, then maybe one needs to be drawn up with city officials and the rank and file, not the rank and privileged, not the establishment, but how do people feel that will use the downtown. In fairness to that group of city officials and establishment and people that I just mentioned, not by name, but by group, in fairness to that group, they have put out several invitations to the rank and file who seem to, in some ways, have problems with this going on. I have to ask you, are you willing to participate on your points? You know, we came out, we've said a lot of times, it's very easy to complain. It's very easy to wah about everything. But I sat in a meeting right here and told fellow people in the meeting it's important to see city officials at the restaurants downtown and throughout the city. It's just as important to see the rank and file supporting downtown, whether it be buying clothing or buying flowers or whatever the need may be. And we have a lot of goods and services throughout the county. If you have an opinion, state it. That will be the determination of how to make the place better. Not complaining. The city has a good plan for a gas station right there. Didn't say great, I said good. The gas station is needed in downtown. Now, let's find solutions to the problem rather than look like wah. Get over it. Let's try and find a solution. That being said, we'll be back in a few moments, but let's take a look at these great sponsors and
Butts Flowers and Gifts offers top quality flower arrangements and gifts for any occasion. The pros at Butts Flowers and Gifts provide exceptional customer service, and each bouquet is hand arranged. Stop in and check out their wide selection of gift baskets and plants. They provide flower delivery service locally to Newcastle, Bessemer, Edinburgh, New Wilmington, West Pittsburgh, and across the nation. It's Butts Flowers at 120 East Washington Street in downtown Newcastle. Call 724-652-7727 or toll free 1-800-443-7726.
There's more than meets the eye. You gotta give them a Newcastle a try. The right small town for living. Look around.
NCTV45, The Train. Anytime on your time.
The Beanery Depot and Deli. Coffee, made-to-order subs, snacks, and more. Meatball sandwiches, fresh and hot. Pepperoni rolls, fish sandwiches, chicken, milkshakes. The Beanery Deli. When you're hungry for something special, and it won't cost you a lot of beans. Welcome back to the NewsWatch news briefs that we put forward. And when we put them all together, it's NewsWatch. You can watch the briefs together, or you can watch them segmentedly. We make it available anytime on your time here at NCTV45. Now, the Lawrence County District Attorney's Project Oasis update. The District Attorney's Office, with the assistance of the Lawrence County Adult Probation Office, New Visions of Lawrence County, City of Newcastle, and the Newcastle Area School District, will begin its third year of beautification projects in Lawrence County. The Project Oasis is a cost-free program designed to utilize community service organizations, volunteers, individuals sentenced by the court to perform community service, to sweep streets and pick up debris throughout Lawrence County. Last year, the project's participants collected trash and debris from over 60% of the city streets, and this year our goal is to cover 100% of the city streets of Newcastle and expand it into several surrounding townships. Cleanups for the next 6 months have been scheduled, and if anyone would like to assist our cleanup effort, contact the office of the District Attorney at 724-656-1916 and ask for Gary. In from the governor's office, and before we get to that, this past weekend, several things going on. The United Way was joined for a Comcast Care Day, and volunteers were out at Cascade Park picking up debris and preparing for Phase 1 construction of the bathhouse for the Cascade Park swimming pool in Newcastle's Cascade Park. It was nice to see so many people turn out for a Comcast Cares Day with the help of the United Way and the Cascade Park swimming pool project. That wasn't the only place that volunteers and positive things were going on in the community. At the YMCA, it was a Healthy Kids Day. Activities were free, and even pizza and snacks. Parents may want to bring cash for the parent pit stop at Two Rivers Artisan Coffee plus the Hurricane Grill. And that was just an example of, during the day, the number of positive things going on in the city, in and around Newcastle and Lawrence County. Now, this in from the state, and I'm going to squeeze this in. The Wolf administration hopes to the following steps, as well as a series of statewide roundtable discussions, are just the beginning of a larger conversation with both Republicans and Democrats in the House and Senate, as well as local officials, law enforcement, emergency and health care responders, to avoid the falling off the cliff with the structural budget that they're talking about. The magnitude of this is great, and looking forward to collaboration with the General Assembly and the community leaders to ensure Pennsylvania leads the nation in the fight to combat not only the budget shortfall, but actually opiate abuse and heroin epidemic. He mentioned a lot of these things and combined them into this news release that was sent out. So make sure you stay tuned, listen to these great sponsors, and we'll be back in just a bit.
InfoCision has been giving job seekers career opportunities for the past 30 years. 150 positions are needed to be filled as soon as possible, and many of them at the Newcastle location. InfoCision handles inbound and outbound customer service and sales calls for the nation's largest nonprofit and leading media and cell phone providers. Come join the InfoCision team that offers excellent benefits. You can call or stop in at 253 East Washington Street, Newcastle. InfoCision, the #1 call center company in the world.
There's more than meets the eye. You gotta give them a Newcastle a try. The right small town for living. Look around.
NCTV45, The Train. Anytime on your time. The Crane Room is a restaurant. The Crane Room is a bar. The Crane Room is a banquet facility. The restaurant will please you time after time with their diverse menu. Ask about their daily specials. See the menu at craneroom.com. The bar gives you an abundance of choices with 35 beers on tap and always changing. Their banquet services are always to perfection. The Crane Room, located at 3009 Wilmington Road in Neshannock Township. Call 724-656-1553.
Welcome back, and these in from Sharon Regional. Yes, May 4th, at the Diagnostic Imaging Center in Hermitage, 2435 Garden Way, is a joint pain starting to bother you when you exercise? Do you have a family history of osteoporosis or arthritis? They invite you to join Dr. Matthew Stone Street, board-certified orthopedic surgeon, for a presentation of the benefits of an active lifestyle and how it helps you maintain healthy bones, joints, as well as treatments for bone and joint pain, common fractures, injuries, and orthopedics. To register for this free community education session, please call 800-451-5599. And that, again, is Healthy Living Series, Be Active, Stay Active, May 4th. That's Wednesday from 6 to 7. Check that out. And very important to maintain that activity throughout your everyday and life. And now, the Y has an interesting thing. They moved their prayer breakfast. The YMCA has moved the Tom Robinson Memorial Prayer Breakfast to May 5th. That's Thursday. And they're hosting this prayer breakfast on the National Day of Prayer. It will be May 5th, which is Thursday, at 8 a.m. A full complimentary breakfast will be provided by Medors. Special music will be provided by attendees, and we'll have the opportunity to pray together for our community, our country, and our world. Prayer is such an important part, especially in this community, says YMCA Executive Officer Richard Lyons. By joining together in fellowship as one body, we strengthen our ties to each other and our community and to all those we lift up in prayer. Now, that was an NCTV45 NewsWatch news brief. We're going to continue right after we hear a word from the sponsors. Make sure you support them. They keep community television on right here in greatest castle in the world, and we'll be back in just a few.
Gentlemen, if you want to look your best with high-quality clothing, then I recommend Main Street Clothiers and Custom Tailors in downtown Newcastle. Mike Caggiano is the owner, and he and his staff have been in the business for decades, and they will always give you the right recommendations. They also carry Rondinelli tuxedos. That's Main Street Clothiers and Custom Tailors, 210 East Washington Street, downtown Newcastle. Call 724-652-3851.
There's more than meets the eye. You gotta give them a Newcastle a try. The right small town for living. Look around.
NCTV45, The Train, anytime on your time. The Cedars Restaurant in Newcastle wants you to indulge in the food from their pleasing menu. The Cedars features Mediterranean, pub food, Middle Eastern cuisine, and so much more. They're open every day, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Call the Cedars on the east side at 827 Addis Street, Newcastle. 724-658-9543. That's 724-658-9543.
Welcome, and now it's time for that Cedar Sports Corner. And let's jump right to the NHL. If you were living under a rock Saturday night, you missed a great hockey game. Pens 2, Washington Caps 1. The series tied at 1-1, and they'll be taking time to resume their series. The series will resume tonight. Now, in the NBA, it was San Antonio beating Oklahoma City 124-92. And in Major League Baseball, well, the Pirates were taking on the Reds, and they had an interesting time on Saturday night, winning 5-1. Closer to home, the Union Boys track team finished third out of 23 teams at the recent MAC track meet, which included teams from AAA and AA programs. Way to go, Scotties. And this in that Tuesday, girls softball, hopefully, for Newcastle will be at Central Valley at 4 o'clock. And then for boys basketball, or boys basketball, boys baseball, Monday, today they'll be taking on Hopewell at home at 4. Now, that was the Cedar Sports Corner. We're going to take a quick time out, and we'll be right back in a few.
Come to Big Polly's Sports Bar in Newcastle.
The place is spacious with all the seating you'll need, with 2 bars and a huge menu that features wings, pizza, sandwiches, burgers, pasta, and fries.
Big Polly's
is just right to watch the game. You'll love the sports memorabilia throughout the bar. There's plenty of parking too.
Big Polly's Sports Bar
In Newcastle at 207 East Long Avenue. Call 724-658-8800. That's 658-8800.
There's more than meets the eye. You gotta give them a Newcastle a try. The right small town for living. Look around.
NCTV45, The Train. Anytime on your time.
Tuscany Square Restaurant, 3470 Wilmington Road, where old world charm meets today's modern conveniences. You'll enjoy their spacious, comfortable seating, their fresh ingredients that go into making every dish, whether it's pizza or that just right entree. Tuscany Square Restaurant, they're here to serve you. Call 724-654-3065.
But I need to tell you something.
Do you have some things lying around the house that seem to be pretty special, old? Maybe you just wonder. Well, guess what? Those type of things might just make it as being one great thing that might be a good idea for you to take to the Lawrence County Historical Society. Lawrence County Historical Society will host an antiques collectible appraisal fair with professional antique appraisers from noon to 4 on May 7th. That's Saturday. Professional experts will be on hand to appraise anything from trading cards to furniture. Individuals can bring paintings, jewelry, coins, toys, military clocks, books, glassware, advertising, sports memorabilia, stamps, postcards, vintage clothing, accessories, and the experts will be to evaluate photos of any items too large to bring to the event. It will be in the Annex Building, the Medora Annex Building. Cost $5 for 2 items, $10 for up to 5 items. Free refreshments, tours will be available in the museum, and that just, sometimes it's just fascinating to go there. Also on Saturday, it's Walk MS at Newcastle's Cascade Park, and Saturday registration is at 8 and the walk starts at 9. Call 1-800-344-4867 to get some more information. And let me tell you, the activity at Cascade Park has truly picked up. People out enjoying the park, and I have to comment on it because even when there aren't any big festivals or things going on, people are really enjoying what's going on. And I have to give credit where credit's due. The people in the city that are putting that effort together for the park deserve to be it to be noted that doing a good job. Got a lot of people out there. Now, when we return, a whole bunch more right after we hear from these great sponsors.
Daimio and Olson Law Group, where every client matters. Serving Newcastle, Elwood City, and Youngstown. Daimio and Olson handles criminal law, bankruptcy, civil matters, workers' compensation, personal injury, medical malpractice, divorce, wills, real estate, and many more legal issues. Call any one of their offices in Newcastle, Elwood City, or Youngstown with these phone numbers. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Daimio and Olson Law Group, where every client matters.
There's more than meets the eye. You gotta give them a Newcastle a try. The right small town for living. Look around.
NCTV45, The Train, anytime on your time.
Peppers, mouth-watering fruit, fine dressings, apples, meats. This place looks so familiar. Everyone in Newcastle has to know about it. Yes, it reminds you of when you were growing up, right in downtown Newcastle. Look at those fine lunch meats and ethnic foods. Yes, it's Joseph's. Always a pleasure having you here at NCTV45. And just to keep in mind that this week is the last week to enjoy the Hoyt's Juried Art Competitions display. It is on display through Friday, May 6th. Make sure you get to the Hoyt and check it out. Now, also, now this is, excuse me, this weekend, May 8th, and that's Sunday, St. James St. James Breakfast Brunch from 9 to 1. St. James is located on 422. The cost is $8 for adults and $4 for children. They're serving French toast, pancakes, eggs, bacon, cereal, cinnamon roll, and a beverage. Call 724-964-8276 for more information. I hear their breakfasts are absolutely magnificent, and get out there, take a look, give it a try. No better place to go for breakfast than St. James. And that being said, let's take a break and hear from these lovely, great sponsors, and we'll be seeing you just around the corner. Pegley's Pasta and More. When you're hungry for that great Italian taste, bellissimo, it is tremendous. You have to stop by Pegley's for pasta, sandwiches, pizza. Yes, it's Pegley's Pasta and More for that great Italian taste. It's not just for Sunday anymore. Head over to Pegley's.
There's more than meets the eye. You gotta give them a Newcastle a try. The right small town for living. Look around.
NCTV45, The Train, anytime on your time. The Crane Room is a restaurant. The Crane Room is a bar. The Crane Room is a banquet facility. The restaurant will please you time after time with their diverse menu. Ask about their daily specials. See the menu at craneroom.com. The bar gives you an abundance of choices with 35 beers on tap and always changing. Their banquet services are always to perfection. The Crane Room, located at 3009 Wilmington Road in Neshannock Township. Call 724-656-1553.
Hello, and now it's time for Crane Room 45 weather. Yes, last night, showers and overnight low of 50. And how's your Monday looking? Well, As I always say, Karen, rainy days and Mondays are going to get you down, and this one has a chance of it. 56 with a 30% chance of showers under mostly cloudy skies. Now, basically, that's kind of yucky. Now, on, hate to be so technical with you guys, slight chance of showers there Monday night, low 43, a 20% chance of rain. So that basically means it's trying to clear out, but it doesn't look good for the week because Tuesday, partly sunny with a high near 60, but there's a 20% chance of rain. That 20% continues through Tuesday night under partly cloudy skies and a low of 46. The chance of rain bumps up to like 40 and 50% as the week goes on. And so expect that periods of rain as you go through your work week. Now, that was Crane Room 45 weather. And, you know, we're going to take a little break here. And when we come back, there's a whole bunch more. Let's take a look at these sponsors. And that was Crane Room 45. Today's programming is brought to you by NCTV45 and NC Radio 450, Newcastle's community television station. We're taking this time in this segment to make sure that you understand that last week was a great weekend right here in Newcastle. And I don't want all of the activities that took place to be overshadowed by those stories we mentioned earlier. 3 dances in the county, Newcastle Lyric Opera, just a phenomenal amount of great entertainment, great food, and, you know, sometimes that seems to get swept under the rug. I know I had a very enjoyable time as I went to Cedars on Friday, and great food. Thanks to everybody at Cedars for absolutely, positively a great food and great atmosphere. And then I also was able to venture up to Crane Room and to a couple other places, and just had a phenomenal, great weekend. So hats off to everybody that makes Newcastle a great place. And we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more and wrap things up.
NCTV45, The Train, anytime on your time.
Whether it's a scheduled appointment or same-day service, DiCaprio Carpet Cleaning offers 24/7 service for commercial, industrial, and residential, as well as fire and water damage restoration. Using state-of-the-art technology, DiCaprio Carpet Cleaning experts are ready to professionally clean your carpet today. Call DiCaprio Carpet Cleaning for a free in-home estimate. Thank you for making us Lawrence and Mercer County's largest carpet cleaner.
And remember, nobody gets your carpet cleaner.
Now, as we get ready to wrap things up here on these NewsWatch news briefs for Monday, May 2nd, let's keep in mind that if you're hungry for lunch, build your own burrito, available at Commonwealth. And over at the library today, it's Newcastle Public Library's Book Talk at 9:30, computer classes, and Fantastic Phantoms at 6. Just some great things going on at the library and in and around downtown. Stop by the Commonwealth, get a cup of coffee, and enjoy being in the greatest castle in the world. Now, in closing, I have only one thing to say. make sure that you have a super day and tell a friend about NCTV45. And by all means, get that second cup of coffee and have a super day in what I call the greatest castle in the world in the county of Lawrence. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you on down the road.